Connection between the pyramids, Ayers Rock, the Bermuda Triangle, the Philadelphia experiment, Easter Island, and Devil's Sea? Well, they are all famous tourist sites except the Bermuda Triangle, which has a no return policy. Other than that, they are all connected to the Earth energy grid. Like the 7 chakras in the human body, there are energy vortices all over Earth. Here, the general concepts of physics are given whole new meanings, with scientific anomalies and unexplained mechanics of nature happening like everyday occurrences. Gravity, magnetism, formation of energy are some of the many concepts that are twisted on their head in these places. The Bermuda Triangle is known to have massive magnetic poles, while the Devil's Sea has reported cases of levitation in the recent past. What is the true nature of Earth energy grid? What are the underlying principles of these concepts? We all know gravity, but is that definition right? Through the ages, many masters have given their definitions in the form of equations and research papers and whatnot, yet the phenomenon of gravity is not fully understood to this date. In the concept of Earth energy grid, gravity is a force due to the flow of energy from one point to another on the planet. Flow happens between 2 points, hence, some places have more of something while others have less. This is the governing theory for diffusion, electricity, osmosis, heat, etc. If gravity is the resulting force due to flow of energy, then certain points are bound to have more gravity while being moderate in other places. The Bermuda Triangle is such a place. Why do we have transformers near our homes? They are devices that alter the flow of current between 2 points. This is familiar to Earth energy grid. The only difference is there are energy transmitters all around the planet. Pyramids of Giza, Ayers Rock in Australia, Glastonbury in England, Kalai in India, and more are strong energy points where the surge can be felt. These are spiritual places for a reason. Where there is energy, there is spirituality. Real-life paranormal activities are slight modifications in the laws of nature. When the skeptics see it, they rub it off, saying it's all a coincidence. Only that is not the case. Through the concept of Earth energy grid, almost all paranormal activities can be accounted for with the simple concept of chakra energy. Now, anyone can connect 2 famous places to cook up an extraordinary story. Entire TV series have risen out of that, right? But there is something more to these places in Earth energy grid. There is a geometrical pattern connecting these transmitting centers. It is similar to the longitudes and latitudes of Earth, though in this grid it is similar to the structure of a carbon molecule or carbon chain. On connecting all the places, Earth looks like a crystal, more so like a polished diamond. Researchers are still exploring the finer details connecting the energy centers, and more information is expected in the future. Pyramids over these grid spaces were created more than 5,000 years ago by the Egyptians and Mayans. Patterns in these engravings are so close, but there seems to be no evidence of cultural exchange between the 2 civilizations. This summons the question of how people who were separated by a whole ocean could know the placement of each other's pyramids. Could it be aliens who laid the foundations of Earth energy grid? Or did they do something to the planet to disappear forever? There are many questions surrounded by skepticism and facts alike, so it is hard to follow one theory without considering the other. Several spiritual believers attribute Earth energy grid to God and other supernatural sources. Some feel they are holy places that originated the purest form of life. One thing is certain: Earth energy grid is a definite pattern for the flow of energy. How this happens or why is hard to know. Most of the historical architecture is centered on massive stones and large foundations. By today's evaluation, the stones that made the pyramids are impossible to lift by human labor, and if Egyptians had the sort of human resources required to do this, it would have taken them over 200 years to finish one pyramid. So, how did the stones go up? How was Stonehenge made? How were the megaliths of Easter Island constructed? These questions make our hearts pound and raise the goosebumps. We can reassure ourselves of being alone on Earth for some time to come, at least.